Hey everybody, Maddie here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Thursday, hope you're having a great one. Today we are highlighting many of the tokens and altcoins that have been performing very well over these last few days of up and down volatility and turbulence for Bitcoin. Hopefully, if you've been following our advice over at Altcoin Buzz, never financial advice, but if you've kind of been following our leads, hopefully you've been able to profit on some of this up and down movement. In the case of the tokens, a lot of upward movement actually. We're starting today with Plasma.Pay, so PPAY on Twitter, today on Uniswap with this update. Uniswap pools, PPAY USDT and PPAY Ethereum trading started earlier today at 8 a.m. UTC. Today is the 10th of December. We're highlighting this because PPAY is up. Plasma.Finance, that is PPAY, up over 35% to over 9 cents really since the news broke. And I'll kind of suggest that by the time you're watching this, it may not be the ideal time to jump in. You may not want to FOMO since this news is a little bit old. I will, however, suggest if you haven't already done so, make sure you're following our recommendations and our highlights because we spotlight projects like PPAY. From a couple days ago, as you can see, it was one of our top upcoming altcoins. Guys, we endeavor to provide you with information which, although not financial advice, is information you can use to your advantage. You can make easy profit on some of the information and some of the news we present to you. So case in point, up over 35% on the day, PPAY. There you go. If you guys like this kind of content, of course, Bitcoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrency, be sure to like and subscribe. And of course, don't forget that Altcoin Buzz, along with AAX Exchange, we are jointly giving away $200 worth of Bitcoin. It's very simple for a chance at winning. All you have to do is like and retweet, follow Altcoin Buzz IO, and follow AAX Exchange on Twitter, and reply with any fact or opinion about AAX Exchange. Very easy to contest to enter. You may as well throw your hat into the race. You have until the 21st of December. Best of luck. Aelf is another project we want to highlight today. Aelf at Aelf Blockchain. They are excited for hitting the biggest milestone so far, D0 day. The Aelf Mainnet 1.0 has come to town. Happy #Mainnet Thursday. Want to know more about the details and next plans on the Aelf Mainnet? You can check out the linked article here on medium.com. We're also covering here on altcoinbuzz.io. This article by David. Aelf Mainnet launches today after several years of hard work. The Mainnet launch for Aelf has finally arrived. We'll link to this in the description below. Here's another project that perhaps you may want to keep an eye on, YfDFI Finance, ticker YFD, with a very small, we're talking micro market cap of now just over $1 million, and that's also off a pump of over 16% on the day. They're trading a little bit higher, but that's just a function of their circulating supply and their tokenomics. Don't be fooled, however. This is still an ultra low market cap project. Again, just over $1 million. And not financial advice, but this is one that you may want to keep an eye on based on this partnership news that was announced here on news.bitcoin.com. YfDFI Finance and Ferrum network to revolutionize staking in new partnership. Let's take a look. If you've never heard of YfDFI, here is the website, YfDFI.finance. Again, these guys are perhaps a little bit more under the radar than some others, but one to keep an eye on here. In a nutshell, YfDFI Finance aims to become the first DeFi financial center that is fully powered by their community, and the YfDFI ecosystem is a community-centered project aiming to rebuild all classes of financial services provided in traditional finance, but through DeFi proposals such as farming, governance, insurance, credit, exchange, self-banking. You guys know some of these features by now. All solutions are said to be community developed, and all profits generated by the ecosystem will be automatically redistributed to all contributors. So YfDFI Finance is the innovative community-centered DeFi financial center. They joined forces with the established project Ferrum network to revolutionize the way staking is currently seen. The partnership's initial phase will focus on staking, but the ambitions reach further, including liquidity farming, as well as many more aspects on the DeFi spectrum. I will caution you that some of the numbers we're examining here should present a red flag warning to you. It's something that you should at least consider. But at the moment, YfDFI Finance provides an appealing staking APY of no less than 375%. 375 through their own created staking platform. I think that's a little bit more than appealing, and it's a little bit suspicious too, to be honest, but that's the number that they're promoting right now. Continuing, the staking pools consist of 30% of the total supply of just 20,000 YFD tokens. As I mentioned, it's a very low supply, hence the higher price for the low market cap, and this creates a scarce supply, increasing demand. Significantly, since the partnership with Ferrum Network will extend the current YfD staking activities through the Ferrum platforms. This extension means leveraging the Ferrum community with more than 25,000 active community members, allowing more than 6,000 Unifier wallet users to directly stake within the application and creating customized staking possibilities. The latter will include VIP staking opportunities for top contributions within the community. Speaking of redistribution, you can also check out this coverage here on medium.com. This from today, the 10th of December, YfDFI Finance, the first community profits redistribution of $40,000. We'll link to this in the description below. And here on Ethereum World News, we're talking about a favorite among you members of the altcoin buzz army, Zilliqa. And this news that ZIL locked in staking hits an astounding 27.47% of the circulating supply. So again, approximately 27.475% of Zilliqa's circulating supply is currently locked in staking. Now, I haven't scoured the entirety of the crypto space of the sector, but I don't know if there's any other project beyond a reasonable market cap that can boast those kinds of numbers. Over a quarter of all ZIL is currently locked in staking. That really does tell you something. So according to Zilliqa's website, not only do you have 27% of ZIL's circulating supply, which is currently staked, but as many of you know, Zilliqa investors participating in such staking are actually earning an estimated 17.7% APY, which is a relatively high figure when you look at some of the comparisons out there. So this screenshot here, courtesy of Zilliqa, provides additional stats regarding the staking of ZIL. From the screenshot, it can be observed that there are 20,320 Zilliqa delegators and 11 staked seed nodes. Zilliqa is up on the day. It's beating out the market, and maybe as a result of this news directly, maybe not, who knows. It's up over 3 cents right now, which is very significant. So that's up 5.4% on the day. It's had a decent run here. As you can see, this is the 3-month chart. And for a while, if you take a look here, this right here is the 3 cent mark, which has acted as pretty stubborn resistance in the past. We broke through it really a week ago, a couple weeks ago, and then this recent Bitcoin flash crash, of course, hasn't exactly helped matters. But now, despite the retracement that we're seeing in Bitcoin, ZIL has once again managed to surpass that 3 cent resistance, which is very significant. Now, currently, ZIL isn't doing all that well when you take a look at the historical record. I mean, it used to be a top coin. It's not even in the top 50 anymore. But when you take a look at some of those staking statistics, again, 27% of the circulating supply staked, 17.7% average APY return for those that are staking. I would argue that ZIL has a very bright future ahead of it, in addition to all of the other positives that it has going for it. And perhaps we will very soon once again see Zilliqa breaking back into the top 50. So just an impressive stat there. I wanted to share that. Kudos to the Zilliqa team. And just a quick roundup of some news that's happening around the world, guys. You may be a little bit disheartened or discouraged by this downward volatility, for the most part downward, with Bitcoin right now. It's been pretty crazy, and we've seen some precipitous falls this last week or so. But, when in doubt, zoom out, take a look at the big picture. We have more and more banking news. We covered BBVA the other day. Now this from CoinDesk. We covered DBS earlier, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. But now DBS Bank's digital exchange to begin trading cryptocurrency next week. So we're looking at the 3rd week or so of December. That is one bit of positive news. Fidelity is another name that's being thrown around today, because Fidelity has unlocked Bitcoin as collateral for borrowing on DeFi, meaning that depositors using Fidelity digital assets custody will be able to access liquidity via BlockFi. More integration, another step on the path towards mass adoption. Very encouraging indeed. And Tyler Winklevoss here. We can certainly celebrate the fact that institutions are starting to cozy up to Bitcoin, but taking the macro perspective, there's more to it than just that. Ethereum is something else that is very appealing and increasingly attractive. So at Tyler here, huge news for Ethereans. The Ether Fund by 3iQ Corporation will list on the Toronto Stock Exchange under QETH tomorrow morning. And the fund has already raised about $75 million. This, by the way, from yesterday. So if you're watching on the 10th of December or afterwards, this is already something that is available on the Toronto Stock Exchange. All Ethereum will be held by Gemini custody, to the moon. And if anything, that's the lesser news when it comes to Ethereum, because you have Barry Silbert of Grayscale, who's talking about how they're seeing more and more institutional interest for not only Bitcoin, but for Ethereum as well. And that Ethereum interest, while it may have been a secondary priority initially, that's starting to grow. And these guys, of course, have taken off with their crypto trust, not only Bitcoin, but Ethereum, but Litecoin, but others as well. Currently, total assets under management are at $12.7 billion with the last update here. So Barry Silbert is asking specifically, who is going to be the micro strategy of Ethereum? Of course, Michael Saylor, the mega Bitcoin corporate bull. In a good sense, I don't at all mean that to sound condescending, but Barry Silbert and the Grayscale team on the whole, they're very much of the opinion that we're going to see the same thing mirrored in the world of Ethereum. Somebody is bound to jump on that opportunity at the corporate, at the institutional level. It won't be much longer. And finally, if you're at all feeling discouraged, as I said, when in doubt, zoom out. There are many that are suggesting that currently Bitcoin is undervalued in any kind of sub 20K territory. So according to a new report, there's a lot to look forward to. We're on the precipice of a bull run that will perhaps mirror what we saw in 2017. So don't get too discouraged. Whether we trade sideways or downward for another day, another week, another month, another few months, it's going to be inevitable, in my opinion, that we breach through 20K. And of course, once the Bitcoin dust settles down a little bit, then and truly then will alt season begin. So buckle up, guys. It's going to be crazy. That is it for today, everybody. Hey, do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into the website, altcoinbuzz.io, for all the latest. Like, subscribe, share, guys, and hit the bell to receive notifications if you enjoyed today's video. Best of luck if you do choose to invest. Let us know if you're a fan of any of those tokens that we covered today. Plasma.Pay, Aelf, we talked about YfDFI and that huge partnership potential. Zilliqa, I know there are many Zil fans out there in the Altcoin Buzz army. Best of luck if you choose to invest in any of those or any others. Stay safe, everybody. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.